Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Modern Warfare 3, the game that is absolutely on fire right now. It is doing horribly. The new update basically broke everything, which is hilarious, and I don't understand how this is even possible. So let's just go ahead and jump on into it here. After I updated the game today, of course, the first thing I see, despite the fact that my entire social media feed is nothing but people complaining that the game does not work, but the first thing we see is, hey, buy our $30 battle pass, because that's all they really care about anymore. But once we actually got into the game, right, that is when you start to see all of the issues that have popped up thanks to Season 1 Reloaded. The big one for a lot of people right now is ranked play is not here, despite the fact that it was supposed to be here. Well, it turns out they didn't really test out ranked play whatsoever, so they disabled it, and we don't have an ETA on when it's eventually going to be added to the game. That's a pretty good start right there. As a lot of you know, there's an event that came to Modern Warfare 3 today featuring the boys. There's a brand new game mode associated with it, but also on top of that, we have the new camo that you can get from the event. But when you check out the camo, it just says template, which is hilarious. The new HMR9 submachine gun could not be unlocked. It's on the battle pass now. There's a brand new sector where you have to do challenges, and yeah, that's all cool and dandy, that's all fine, but yeah, those challenges were not working, and therefore people could not unlock the HMR9 whatsoever. Apparently that has been fixed. It took them a couple of hours, but eventually it did get fixed. The weekly challenges also were not tracking, but apparently that's been fixed as well. But then we check out these tweets right here talking about the issues as they were happening, and it turns out today's update has also bugged a number of attachments in the game, specifically the new HMR9 submachine gun. You apparently cannot edit the magazines whatsoever, and other weapons like the fire rate has been adjusted for no reason whatsoever, and apparently it's just all bugged out. But then you move on from the multiplayer, and then you look at Warzone. I mean, this clip here is from Tim the Tap Man, but basically this is going to be the long and the short of it. Loadouts and Warzone in general just do not work right now. Loadouts do not work, nor does Create a Class, because apparently your attachments cannot be edited whatsoever. The new Champions Quest feature has been disabled, and here is going to be the note from Raven Software, and we just have to check this out because you can just see the defeat from the person that was writing this. So upon deliberation with our teams, we've decided to temporarily disable the new Champions Quest feature. At the moment, the current state of the update does not meet our standards for quality and gameplay, and we are committed to addressing the issues promptly to ensure that all players can enjoy Warzone to the fullest extent possible. If it does not meet your standards for quality and gameplay, then why did you put it out in the first place? The entire update has basically just broken everything. Not only is Warzone completely bugged if you want to try and play it, but so many people out there can't even play Warzone. Not that they probably should, considering it's so broken, but they can't even get in there because so many people are stuck with that glitch where it just says fetching profile over and over and over. They're in an infinite loop and they can't even get into the game mode. Where is the quality assurance here? Did they not test out any of this? And we've talked about this in the past, and you guys know where I'm going with this. Going back to Vanguard, Sledgehammer Games took a massive vacation right around when Season 1 came out, and as such, the game never got updated. There were tons of glitches, tons of bugs, the riot shield glitches, shipment was on fire, just issues across the board, right? And then eventually, when they got back from their vacation, they eventually started to go work on things, but by that point, the damage was done, and it's the most crucial time of the year. You got the release, and then you have Season 1. This is the point in the year when the most people are playing, but it's also the time of the year where all the developers are just not working on the game, and they're leaving it to just be garbage for whatever reason. And I feel like they're doing the exact same thing here with Modern Warfare 3. We have not really heard anything from Sledgehammer Games over the course of the last month, and then now finally when Season 1 Reloaded comes out, are they just now coming back from their vacations? What's going on here? I'm all for them getting time off and everything like that, but dude, there's no quality assurance here whatsoever. Did they not even have this play tested whatsoever? I thought things were going to be different now that Microsoft has taken over, but apparently not. This is objectively one of the worst updates in COD history. Warzone's completely borked. I mean, the kill streak notification sounds in Warzone saying, hey, there's an airstrike coming by. That doesn't even happen anymore. The announcers don't even speak. The new weapons were completely bugged. Apparently they're good now. And Treyarch, of all people, are trying to do damage control for Sledgehammer and for Raven Software. Now, they could argue, they could say they planned for this. Just the timing is too perfect. So 3, 4, 5 hours, something like that, after the update went through, after the entire game started to break, after the entire community was getting pissed off and letting them know on social media, Treyarch shows up and it's like, man, zombies is cool, isn't it? We really like zombies, and you know what? If you complete a match between now and Season 2, we're going to give you a bunch of rewards, and those rewards are 3 legendary Aether tools, 3 flawless Ethereum crystals, and 1 weapon case for the ray gun, the Wonder Waff, the Scorcher, and the VR11. Then, of course, the official Call people to the Twitter page just retweeting that because they're like, hey, everyone forget how broken the update is. Zombies is pretty cool, huh? Isn't zombies neat? And it is. Zombies is pretty cool. But dude, this is one of the worst updates in COD history. Like the footage you're watching right here, I had some things to do today, after school programs and things like that. I had a bunch of stuff to do. So the entire day while I was out and about, I was like reading all these tweets about everything. And so what I thought I would do is just show you guys literally my first match on the new Rio map. The map seems fine once things started to load in. Of course, with every new update, you have to re-download your shaders. And I don't know about you guys, but my map always looks like really terrible when I first load into it. And then eventually, like, it starts getting better. I don't know the entire ins and outs of how that works, but the map seems fine. This is literally my first game. Nothing fancy, nothing special. I will get the new submachine gun and the new light machine gun and try them out. I'm excited to do that. But when it comes to the technical aspect of this update, this is one of the worst updates we've ever seen in COD. It broke almost everything. And I think over the course of the next couple of days, we're going to see even more things being broken, because if they broke the hair trigger on one of the pistols, who knows what else has also been broken. It's only a matter of time before the community tries out different attachments on different guns, or they pick a different loadout that they haven't used before, and then they go, wait a minute, this isn't working. And I kind of feel bad at the same time for Sledgehammer, because they obviously don't want this to happen with your game, right? You don't want bad updates or anything like that, but honestly, it comes down to them not even testing their update whatsoever, because if they did, none of these issues would have happened in the first place. You know what I mean? Like, going back to Raven Software, the current state of the update does not meet our standards for quality and gameplay. Well, did it not when you were testing it? Like, when you were testing it, were things all A-okay and everything was hunky-dory? Or did you literally not test it whatsoever and you just pushed it out because you don't care anymore? The shop's working just fine. As soon as I boot up the game, after reading about how terrible the update was today, the first thing I see is you promoting a $30 battle pass. You can really see where their priorities lie here. And my most recent video, you guys saw it. It was a very positive video. I'm like, dudes, Season 1 Reloaded looks pretty good. Like, the new game modes, the new map, the new guns, like, it does sound pretty good. Like, the content drought is over. We're gonna have new stuff to play around with. It's going to be fun. It's going to be enjoyable. And then the update goes through, and this multi-billion-dollar company just got purchased for, what was it? Like, did Microsoft not just buy Activision Blizzard for $60 billion? Do they not have any more money left over to pay QA testers? Or like, what's even happening anymore, man? I would expect this kind of bullshit from like an indie dev. Like, there are games out there that are made by one person that don't have this amount of issues, but a multi-billion-dollar company that has over, what was it? What's the meme? 3,000 employees all working on the same game? Well, maybe you got too many damn people, too many cooks in the kitchen working on this shit. Maybe you should like tone that back a little bit, because you got 3,000 people and you guys can't even put out a normal update. Like, this was nothing big. Like, you add a couple game modes, right? You add the new Champions Quest to Warzone. Like, you didn't have to do a whole lot with this update, really. You just have to expand upon the stuff that was already existing, and you just broke everything somehow. I don't get it, and I fundamentally don't get it. I'm not a game developer. I don't know the ins and outs of this, but when you're a multi-billion-dollar business and you're all professionals, this is what you do for a living. You've been doing it for like the last 10 years. Like, how does this happen in the first place? Hire some fucking QA testers. Let's stop this bullshit now. And good on Treyarch, I suppose, for trying to be the ones to kind of, their updates didn't really break anything. I do believe there are some long-standing glitches still in Zombies, but regardless, Treyarch's like, hey, we're sorry, you got some stuff in Zombies while they fix every other aspect of the game. Like, what the hell, man? What's the craziest part is I'm not even surprised. Are you guys surprised about this whatsoever? Like, it's more just like, really? They actually did this? Like, again, like, stuff like this has happened in the past. It blows my mind that it just turned 2024, but for the sake of argument, in 2024, this shit is still happening in the COD franchise, which is supposed to be one of the biggest gaming franchises in the world, and they came and pushed through a relatively simple update without breaking absolutely everything. I don't get it. It's a terrible look. They're going to get a lot of negative PR, but you know what the crazy part is? COD is so big that people aren't even surprised about it anymore. People are going to make videos like this. They're going to make news articles about it. Eventually, shit's going to get fixed, and then we're all just going to forget that this even happened, because that's how COD is. It's going to be something new next week when some other bullshit ends up happening, and we forget all about what happened today. It's ridiculous, man. It's actually pretty ridiculous. Ladies and gentlemen, there is the long and the short of the dumpster fire that is Modern Warfare 3 and Warzone right now. I'm looking forward to actually playing the update, assuming things start working. I want to try out the new SMG, get to know the new map a little better, try out the new game modes, especially that 6v6 gunfight. That sounds kind of cool. But yeah, just right now, it's hard to enjoy the game when so many things are broken. And again, hire some QA testers, for the love of God. You bought the company for $60 billion. I think you can afford a couple of QA testers before you push out an update, because it's very clear that nothing here was tested in any capacity whatsoever. But ladies and gentlemen, there you guys have it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave your thoughts and feedback and your experiences with the new Modern Warfare 3 update down there in the comments, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.